So, for this week's discussion, what experiences have you noticed in previous SAL experiences that were rooted in weight stigma and food bias that you may not have noticed previously? I think just little internal judgment that I've noticed within my preceptors and even in myself, if I'm being honest, on why a patient might not want to create any changes in their weight or why they might not want to change within their diet and their food choices. I think after watching the Weight Bias, a Hidden Harm video, and hearing the Food Heaven podcast, I now realize that there are factors in a patient's life that could include, income, not being able to afford certain foods, not being able to be properly educated on certain nutrition factors, or not having that previous experience with meeting with a good healthcare provider that's been able to give them the proper information on how to afford food. Different factors, I think, play into why a patient might, be overweight or might not be able to pick certain foods. And I think that unfortunately it is something that is still common in healthcare. And I think, like I said, if I'm being honest, there have been times where I might have judged a patient too quick internally, thinking they just don't care, they just don't want to change. But in reality, you never know what a patient is going through and why they are not able to make those changes right away. What types of questions you might like to ask going forward to discuss shame or weight bias for future clients/patients? I think asking more open-ended questions as to why they might have a problem with their weight or why they haven't been able to lose their weight versus making assumptions or coming off as judgmental, I think will help building more of a trusting relationship with the patient moving forward and in the future, and will help the patient feel like they can start making those positive changes to their weight and their overall diet as well.